Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Happy New Year to one and all. And I appreciate you for tuning in to watch this video. Today, I'm going to be making some dino ribs that I bought from a local ranch here called the Flying Bee Bar Ranch. And here's what they look like. They're a 4-bone dino rib. And we're going to be smoking these today for New Year's Day. And I just want you to see, look at the marbling on this. This is why you need to buy from a local ranch or a local butcher, because you're going to get a better quality meat than buying it out of the store. All right, we're going to get this package opened up, and I'm going to get them seasoned up, and we're going to get these things on the smoker. I'll bring you back in a little bit. All right, it's time to season this baby up. First thing we're going to use is a good old salt and pepper mixture. And then I've got some Traeger meat rub with garlic, chili pepper, and a few other spices that the good old salt and pepper don't have in it. So first we're going to get some salt and pepper on this baby. And yes, we're going to do the bottom too. Getting all sides. Now this meat's going to shrink up. So don't be surprised when you see the very end of it. It will shrink. But just look at that marbling. That is going to be some tender meat right there. All right, I'm not going to take the membrane off because I want everything to hold together. But what we are going to do is we're just going to score it. Just like this, and kind of like a diamond pattern. And that's good enough for me right there. All right, now we're going to get some of this Traeger seasoning on here. Beautiful day here in Colorado. And that Flying Bee Bar Ranch did a really good job of trimming this up. This little bit of fat here that you saw in the end, I'm just going to leave that there. Whatever doesn't render out, we're just going to cut off. But I want some of that good old fat flavor on this. Can't beat the fat. Can't beat the fat. Fat is flavor. Okay, I'm going to get the Monument grills this time, not the Z grills. We're going to use the Monument grills, and I'm going to get the grill warmed up to 225, and we're going to put these ribs on the pellet grill. I'll be back in a little bit. All right, smoker's up to temp. Let's get these ribs on. I'm going to leave them on this wire rack for rotating purposes. And I did put a water pan in the bottom. One thing, it'll help catch some of the drippings and keep the smoker a little bit cleaner. And also the steam from the water when it rises will adhere to the meat and make the meat or make the smoke adhere to the meat a lot better. So we're going to get this on 225, and we're going to let this go for about 3 hours, and then I'm going to bump the temperature up to 250. First off, I'm going to get this probe in, and hopefully I don't hit a bone. Oh, that'll be good right there. Alrighty. Oh, gotta flip the rack, otherwise I won't be able to slide it. We'll put those ribs just like that. Okay, 225 for 3 hours, and I'll bring you back at that time. Okay, it's been about 2 hours. We're sitting at about 106, 107. Let's see what the sucker looks like here. Oh, it's looking pretty good. Still got plenty of ways to go. What we're going to do is we're going to turn the smoker up to 250, and we're going to let it go for, I don't know, hour or two. We need to get that internal temperature up to about 150, and then we're going to wrap it. So when we get closer to 150, I will definitely bring you back, and we will get this sucker wrapped. But it's looking pretty good. Daylight's burning. I didn't get this on as soon as I wanted to, so we'll probably be having to bring out the lights here a little bit later on. But anyways, it's going. I'll bring you back in an hour or two. We'll see where the temp's at. Okay, everybody, you can see we are sitting at about 153, just shy of 153. I'm going to let this go to about 160 before I wrap it. But let's take a look at this and see what we got going on. Oh yeah, we got some nice bone pullback. That is absolutely fantastic looking. That fat's rendering a little bit. And I don't care about the fat not rendering all the way, because all that fat juice is going to be dripping down and giving it some flavor. And we can trim off any fat that we don't want. But that bone pullback is exactly what I expected. This meat is going to shrink. But anyways, all right, we got about another 8 degrees. I will bring you back when it's 160 degrees, and we'll get the sucker wrapped, and we'll get it finished off. All right, I'll bring you back in a little bit. Okay, as you can see, we have reached that 160 plus degree mark. So it is time to get these ribs off and get them wrapped up. Take a look at them real quick. Oh yeah, they're still looking good. All right, we're going to get these wrapped up and get them put back on the smoker. And we're going to shoot for a temp of 200 to 205. And within that temperature range, we should be probing these things like butter. All right, let's get these things wrapped up. All right, let's get these ribs off and get them wrapped up. They're looking very nice. A nice little bark too. You can see the seasoning falling off. And you do not want to puncture the foil with these bones, so we got to be very careful of that. And I'm going to put a little bit of water in here that'll help the juices start and give it a little bit of more steam. I'm not going to put a lot. We don't need a lot because the ribs will make their own juice. Put a little bit over it just for the heck of it. All right, that should be enough. All right, let's get these wrapped up very carefully. And I may have to go over the top because these ribs are a lot bigger than usual. Yep, and I definitely will need another piece of foil. Maybe. We'll see. Let's see if we can get these covered up with everything here. Might just be enough. Oh yeah. Alrighty. I'll get these back on the smoker and I will bring you back, and we'll, when they're about 200, 205, and we'll check it with the probe, and then I'll bring you inside and we'll cut them up and do a taste test. But for right now, we got to get them up to 200, 205 in that range, and then I'll bring you back then. Okay, we're sitting at right about 200 degrees. Let's open these up and give them a probe. Oh yeah, look at that bone pull back. Let's give them a probe, a little temp. Just so you can see, they are probing like butter. 202, 203 roughly. Oh yeah, you can see the jiggle. They are done. Awesome bone pullback. You can see that fat on this side rendered really good. It's almost non-existent, even though it is there a little bit. That's okay. Oh yeah, look at that. Probing like butter. All right, just for a recap, we had 225 at 2 hours. We had 250 at 2 hours. Then I wrapped them at the 4-hour mark and turned the smoker up to 350 degrees and went another 2.5 hours. So we got 6.5 hours, and these ribs are done. Oh yeah, look at that. Look how effortlessly that probe goes into it. All right, I'm going to get these inside. We're going to let them rest for about a half an hour or so, and then we're going to get them cut up. All right, I'll see you inside. Okay, it's time to cut these ribs up, but first off, I saved the juice from inside the foil, and we're going to pour it over these ribs. They look absolutely delicious, and this bark is very firm, even though it's jiggly. Let's pour some of this wonderful juice on here. We don't want to waste it. All right, let me get my gloves on, and we will get these sliced up. Oh yeah, look at that. Juicy AF. That's what I'm talking about. Look at that. They always say don't squeeze your meat, but we're going to squeeze it this time. Look at that juiciness. Oh yeah. And this one, nice little smoke ring on the bottom. Perfect. These are going to taste, I'm going to guess, amazing. All right, I'll bring you up for a taste test. All right, there you go. Let's give this a taste test and see how they turned out. You can see the nice little smoke ring. Juicy, as I showed you before. Look how thick that meat is. These are freaking beef ribs. All right, let's go in for a test. Oh, is it? Look at it. Fell off the bone. That's all right. We're going to hold it on there. All right, let's go for it. Mm. Oh my gosh. Best beef ribs I've ever had. Oh, so delicious. Mm. They're dripping. You can put barbecue sauce on this, whatever sauce you want. Leave it plain with just a rub. Just a rub. It's freaking delicious. Mm. Oh my gosh. It's freaking incredible. Just for the heck of it, I'm going to try something else. I'm going to put some of my own steak sauce on this to see what it tastes like. I put it on steak. Let's see what it tastes like on these ribs. I already have an open bottle, so I don't have to waste one. And we're going to pour it on here. See what it tastes like. Oh yeah, look at that drippy goodness. All right, let's see what the steak sauce tastes like on here. Where's the barbecue sauce? Because I'm always a barbecue sauce fan. Well, let's see what the steak sauce does on the ribs. It turns more like a steak than a friggin' rib. Look how thick that thing is. Mm. Oh, I gotta have another. Look at that. Fat is flavor. Mm. I'm telling you what, if you're not a beef rib fan, you have got to try this. Mm. You can see how juicy it is and oh so tender. Okay, I hope you liked this video. If there are any new viewers, I hope you like what I do, and please consider subscribing. And to all my regular viewers, I really, really do appreciate you watching and supporting my channel. And as always, if I can cook it, you can cook it. And that is a fact. All right, everybody, until the next video, take care, and I will definitely catch you all on the next one.